It all starts with an 18-year-old woman posting from a throwaway account, obviously wanting to stay anonymous.
Probably a good idea considering what she's about to drop.
No kidding. She lays out how she's grown up in an RV traveling the U.S. with her family. And of course, they're documenting the whole thing as influencers.
So, living that hashtag family goals life for all the world to see, except maybe not so hashtag goals from her perspective.
Not even close. She describes sharing a tiny room with her siblings, separated by a curtain, sleeping in a bunk bed she outgrew, like, years ago.
Oof, I can't even imagine. The lack of privacy alone would be rough.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. This girl is craving stability. She wants to go to college, get a job she can actually keep, build real friendships, normal stuff.
Stuff most people take for granted.
Right. And get this. She's tried talking to her parents about it, but they are completely sold on this whole nomadic lifestyle.
To them, it's not just about the eargram, it's a whole philosophy, huh?
Totally. And that's where it gets really complicated for her because it's not just her life anymore, it's content.
She's been filmed since she was a kid. Her whole life turned into material for her parents' channel.
And now she's stuck. She's 18, stuck in this tiny moving box, and completely unsure how to break free. She even mentioned she was thinking about trying to find work online to maybe save up enough to move out on her own.
Wow. Just the fact that she's even considering that at 18, with basically zero experience of the outside world, says a lot about how desperate she is.
Right. And thankfully, amidst all the comments telling her to run away and join the circus or whatever, someone actually gave her some solid advice.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
They told her to call the National Runaway Safe Line, that 1-800-RUNAWAY number.
That's actually really smart. They have resources for situations exactly like hers. Housing options, counseling, all sorts of things.
That's the thing about the internet, right? It can be a terrifying place, but sometimes it can lead to something truly incredible.
You're kidding. And in this case, it gets kind of wild.
So 9 days after that initial post, our girl posts an update, and it is bonkers.
Okay, hit me with it.
So remember how she didn't even know if her mom had any siblings?
What?
She managed to track down her grandmother on Facebook.
Whoa, hold on. How'd she even manage that?
Some serious internet detective work, my friend. She pieced together clues from her mom's, old social media posts, stuff about where she grew up, her maiden name, that kind of thing.
That's some next-level sleuthing.
Right. And get this, her mom's estrangement from her family. Turns out that's a whole saga in itself.
Oh, there's got to be a story there. Lay it on me.
Okay, so according to the OOP, her mom and grandma haven't spoken in over 15 years because, apparently, grandma was not okay with mom dropping out of college and running off with, well, the guy who became the OOP's dad.
Wow, so this family drama goes way back.
Way back. But wait, there's more. Through her grandma, she ended up connecting with an aunt she never even knew existed.
No way.
Yes way. And get this, the aunt, without even meeting her in person, offered to let her come live with her.
Seriously? That's amazing.
I know, right? Out of the blue, this aunt is like, come stay with me, I'll buy you a train ticket.
Talk about a lifeline.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And you can just tell from the update how relieved and excited she is. It's like she can finally breathe again. For the first time, she's got a real shot at having, a normal life. College, a job, the whole 9 yards.
All thanks to a random comment on Reddit and some serious internet sleuthing.
This is why I love the best of subreddit.
It restores your faith in humanity a little,
Just a little.
Yeah.
But, as amazing as this all is, it does bring up some, concerns.
Yeah. I can see that.
Concerns is an understatement.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. You've got this 18-year-old who's spent her entire life basically sheltered in a bubble.
Right, with very limited social interaction outside of her family and whatever online community she might be part of.
And now, suddenly, she's going to live with people she's never even met in a new city.
Yeah, that's a huge leap of faith.
Totally. And the commenters picked up on that, thankfully. Lots of people were like, whoa, slow down, this could be amazing, but you need to be careful.
Makes sense. Did anyone have any, concrete suggestions?
Oh, yeah. And this is where the Reddit hive mind really shines, right? Someone suggested contacting the police department in her aunt's town.
The police? To report her family?
No, not like that. More like a heads up. This commenter laid out this whole plan. She should ask to speak to the community liaison officer and just explain the situation.
Okay, that makes more sense. So hey, I'm a young adult. I've been living in a kind of unusual situation. I'm coming to stay with relatives I've never met, just so you know.
Exactly. That way, if something goes wrong, if she feels unsafe, the police already have her information.
They can do a wellness check without making it a whole big dramatic thing.
Brilliant, right. And the best part, the OOP was totally open to it. She thought it was a great idea and said she would definitely consider it.
That's honestly really reassuring. It shows that despite everything, she's still got her head on straight.
Yeah. And as much as we all love a happy ending, safety has to come first.
100%.
And that's where her last update leaves us. About to board that train, heading toward a future that's totally unwritten.
It's like the first page of a whole new chapter. And this time, she gets to hold the pen.
And that's the real takeaway here, isn't it? Whether you're living in a van, a mansion, or anything in between, it's about having the agency to write your own story.
Right. And sometimes all it takes is a little help from some internet strangers to nudge you in the right direction.
And maybe a healthy dose of internet sleuthing skills.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No kidding.
Huh.
So what do you think, listeners? What resonated with you the most from this week's deep dive? Were you as blown away by those Reddit comments as we were? Let us know your thoughts, and until next time, remember to keep exploring those rabbit holes, but maybe pack a flashlight and a map just in case.